Hello and welcome to another episode of the Open Mind Project. So in this video I'm going to be talking about my favorite topic, which is decentralized crypto assets versus CBDCs, which is central bank digital currencies. Now before I start this video, I just want to mention that I'm not a financial advisor, so none of this is considered financial advice. Please do your own research, consult your own financial advisor, consider your unique risks before making any financial decisions. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about this. So you probably noticed something that's trending recently about central bank digital currencies is the notion that most likely what these central banks or global countries are envisioning is backing their currency by physical gold to help increase the confidence in the currency and hopefully give it a bit or give people more confidence in using the currency because of its gold backing. Now this would be very similar to what was previously the US dollar being backed by gold before it was taken off the gold standard. And I'm going to give you my reasons why I'm still a big fan of decentralized crypto assets or cryptocurrencies, despite the fact that they would consider making CBDCs gold-backed. Now, one of the main reasons why I still think decentralized cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin still offers much more benefit relative to the gold-backed CBDCs is because it is still decentralized. Now remember, the fact that they are backing CBDCs by gold does not mean that it becomes decentralized, meaning it is still considered exactly what its name intends for it to be, which is centralized. So as soon as they decide to take it off that peg, it will immediately become similar to fiat currencies. And all of the weaknesses that I've spoken about CBDCs in my previous video, meaning the lack of privacy, the ability for governments to control your money, as well as how you use it, would still be an inherent feature of the CBDC. So none of those disadvantages are being rectified. Now many of you may say, but wait a minute, Bitcoin doesn't have any backing. And that is true. There is no physical underlying that is backing the value of Bitcoin. There is no reserve that is backing the value. However, it is a value that is ascribed to it because of the network and the market that is placing that value on Bitcoin. Now, the argument that I want to put forward is who gives gold a value? If everyone in the world felt that gold should have a value of 0 because you can't eat it, you can't really do anything much with it, and in a scenario where people don't really need gold, it will probably have a very minuscule value. So the fact that people ascribe a value to something does not necessarily mean that for there to be a currency that is interchanging hands, that it needs to be backed by something. If people have the confidence that Bitcoin represents the features and the qualities that should be imbibed by a currency, then that is what would stand as the currency. It just requires that network effect, which is essentially the confidence that people have within the currency for it to sustain its value. So if people believe that the decentralized way where the power resides in the people rather than in a centralized party to give its backing, that will ultimately mean that the value of that currency, irrespective of whether it has any physical backing underlying it, will hold value. And because of all the advantages that Bitcoin has to offer, I'm still a big fan of Bitcoin, despite the fact that they might consider backing the central bank digital currencies with physical gold. Ultimately, it's the people that need to take a stand against it and say, wait a minute, I prefer a decentralized cryptocurrencies because it would be free of the manipulation that is currently an inherent feature of the so-called fiat Ponzi system. Think about inflation. Think about all those factors that are inherent qualities of this fiat system and the amount of manipulation and how many people's lives are being decimated as a result of this fiat Ponzi system. If we had a means of exchange that was credible and decentralized and vested in the people with the people's best interest in mind, then that should truly be something that holds more value than a CBDC, even though it is backed, because at a flick of a finger, that backing can be lost. As soon as those centralized parties believe that it is no longer in their best interest to maintain that backing by physical gold, it will lose that underlying backing, and it was the people that will suffer as a result. So ultimately, this is a video to basically try and give you perspective on CBDCs versus decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And as I mentioned, it's not financial advice, so please don't take this as being financial advice. If this content resonates with you, please hit the like button and please subscribe to this video. I'm going to be trying to share more updates about cryptocurrencies, about the global situation right now, and hopefully if this type of content resonates with you, please do subscribe and do share this video. So with that, I hope to see you in my next video.